Hey guys, let's do some booms. Fight, and fight we will, but we will fight through our keyboards and the legal ways, if you will. Guys, welcome to the Matrix Groove Hour. It is June 1st, 2020, and it's 1:11 p.m. Here on the East Coast time, and I just wanted to let's bring in Shady here real quick. Shady Groove, welcome to the Matrix Groove Hour, my friend, my partner in justice. Come on in.
Hello. Hope you're doing well, Matrix. I hope everyone else out there is staying safe and doing well and paying extra attention this weekend, my friend.
Yeah, I've been getting calls from a lot of people, even Q people that are very, very upset at what they're seeing happening right now out there today. And I know it's affected, a lot of people. Shady, I just don't. I know we have to show them in order for their will to change. But when is enough, right? I mean,
It's a good question. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are extremely upset about what you're seeing happen in your country. And I am too. I'm very upset and disturbed and horrified actually by some of the stuff that I've seen this weekend. But at the same time, we're trying to use logic, and we're trying to use fairness, and we're also trying to see clearly. There's so many different levels because of the web of deceit. Maybe is a good way to put it.
Yeah,
it's a web of deceit that we're seeing, and we've been talking for the last couple of months with POTUS about the invisible enemy, right?
Yes.
This invisible enemy that's out there, and it was invisible, and now it's not invisible anymore. And what you're seeing is the enemy of the state. You're seeing the enemy of your country. You're seeing the enemy of your republic and the enemy of your society. And they are now out in broad daylight for everyone else to see. And what we witnessed this weekend. And I know we're going to be going through a lot of stuff. We got a big show today, guys. But at the top here, we just wanted to maybe come in and give you all a little bit of peace of mind to understand that, yes, people are losing their businesses. Yes, people are getting hurt. People are confused. People are being brainwashed and triggered by the left in a very unusual way. They are not coming out and saying, Matrix, like who's, Pelosi, Schumer, none of these people have come out and said, stop the violence.
Nope. No, they haven't.
So where's their voice? Where's the voice of the center? Where's the voice of reason? Where's the voice that says, 3 months ago, we were literally attacking peaceful protests at Capitol buildings all across the country and calling them racist and calling them xenophobes and calling them all kinds of stuff, these nonviolent, peaceful demonstrations. And now we're seeing racism and we're seeing crime and we're seeing violence being perpetrated against innocent people, and none of them are standing up to say anything. And I think that maybe that's where we should focus and pay attention, is a little bit of the idea of where is the invisible enemy, who are the invisible enemy, and how are we going to show people what's going on. And most people don't realize that we're infiltrated, Matrix.
Yeah, we sure are.
They don't realize that we're infiltrated. They think society is functioning as normal. And much like we've had to expose the corruption in the political realm and the media realm, now we're having to show this for the society realm of like who these people are and who they're agitated and the bad actors that are out there. And then we see the silence from the invisible enemy. So we're getting a very big picture, but it's very upsetting to me too. And I just wanted to say that here, that we all are in this together, and we've come a long way. We're not there yet. We have to peel the Band-Aid off. We have to see what it is that we're fighting so that we can stand up stronger. And maybe that's a little bit of my message to all of you wonderful patriots out there today.
Yeah, Shady, very well said. And I'm talking to people that are Democrat. They, vote Democrat. They really don't like Trump, but they don't like what they're seeing right now. This is not their party. This is something that we all agreed on, is that this should be stopped. So I think we're going to be coming into a point where we're all kind of going to be in it together. As far as multiple parties, people are going to start seeing what's going on. I mean, some of the regular Democrat people that are normal John F. Kennedy kind of Democrats, if you will, not these Antifa Democrats. Let's before we get going, I really do want to play something for you guys real quick, Shady, before I
we just want to make sure that people realize that Democrats are not Antifa.
Right.
And I would like to implore everyone out there that's listening to the show today to make sure you understand that a Democrat, a person who votes for a Democrat, is not an Antifa.
That's right.
This is part of the division tactics. And, I have family members who are Democrats. I've known plenty of them. I have friends that are and that aspire to the Democrat Party. And that is not Antifa.
That's right. And again, what we're going through right now isn't Republican and Democrat. It is good versus evil. Even the Democrat people that want to actually vote for a Democrat and have a candidate need to stand up for this election and make sure that the people that our president has put in place can fix the elections, can fix, everything that we could all sit down and agree on if we just talk normally with everyone.
And I think that we're going to fix it too. We're going to fix it because we have to create these channels of communication that don't currently exist.
Yeah.
We don't have, outside of the Democrat and the Republican talking points or echo chambers. There's not really a lot of places for the voices of the center in America. And so we have to kind of create that. And I think that's a big part of what Q has become.
I mean, do you realize that Antifa was considered an alt-right arm of the right, guys? I mean, they have fooled us and fooled us and fooled us, but we are sheep no more because we know more. We're sheep, KNOW more, Shady.
That's very true. And the sheep are no longer in the pen, the ones that know more, and that makes them very nervous. And the panic is blatantly obvious, like I said, from what we watched this weekend. These people are paid operatives, guys. These people that are breaking windows are not your neighbors. They're not your friends. They are paid operatives to set. They instigate. Yeah. And then they get people worked up in a frenzy, and then people are brainwashed to react. And you react like you're in a video game, or you react like you're on Twitter.
Yes. Phantom says a Joe M reference. Yes. If you guys do not know, Joe M is sheep, KNOW more, sheep no more. He is back, and he's been back. I just want to play this real quick before we get into it. I'm just going to play it.
Be strong in the Lord and mighty in his power. Put on the full armor of God. So that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take up the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert. And always keep on praying for all the Lord's people.
Amen. I think we needed that a little. I needed that, but that's one of my favorite readings of the armor of God, and I just wanted to just start off the show with that a little bit today. I think we needed to do that with all the evil that we've been seeing on the mainstream news and around us. Now, what's happening now is they are moving out to the burbs. In fact, in my local town, they're going to be at our mall tonight at 6 o'clock, Black Lives Matter protest. I see that they're out in Aurora, Illinois, where Wayne's World is. Excellent. But, you know, so they are starting to spread out, guys. And we just need to be vigilant. Be vigilant.
Well, this is their last push. You know, and they have no other choice.
Hi, Shady. Guess what? Q. Let's see what we got.
This is their last push, and they have no choice but to further their agenda. Like right now, Q said before, when he said stand up, be ready, he was saying stand up, be ready, because they're going to have to show themselves. We have forced them. You recognize this, guys. We forced this. The Q movement, all you brilliant Anons and Patriots out there who stood up and acted right and protested properly, you have manifested this. We had to bring them out, and now we're actually seeing them, and we're in the middle of it, and we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Look at this, Shady. Here it is.
Which one is it? I'm trying to see where you're at. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Right here. Let's just go ahead and go through the Q post real quick since it's brand new. Police ordered to stand down by D mayors, D governors, Antifa coordinated safe zones? Q. And we head over to the video here. Let's check it out. There's cops standing there, and she's sitting there spray painting, Shady. Whoa. What is going on here, guys? Look at that. Nothing to see here, Shady.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, man.
Well, you know, I'd like to maybe let's think about this for just a second. Now, haven't we been being told for the last, I don't know, 20 years that we don't need a gun?
Yeah.
So they've been telling us that we don't need a gun, and the reason that we don't need a gun to protect ourselves is because the police are going to protect you.
Police are going to save me, Shady.
Police are going to save you, Matrix. And so since the police are going to save you, you don't really need a gun. And then we get in a situation where we have marauding violence around the streets of the country, and we have the police being told by mayors to stand down.
Yeah, because we're safe, right? We don't need a gun.
Okay, so you're safe. You don't need a gun, but the police are being told to stand down. Do you see where this is? The same people that are telling you you don't need a gun to protect yourself, your family, your business are the same people who are telling the police to not respond to crime.
That's right. That's
So
absolutely right. Oh my gosh, Shady. Nailed it.
They're controlling your ability to defend yourself. Think about this. Every one of us, I made a tweet last night. I was like, I wonder how we would be in the world of Wyatt Earp right now if we were all walking around with a little bit of lead on our hips.
I think it'd be a very polite society. After you, Shady. Oh no, after you.
After you,
Right?
Mr. Six Shooter.
That's right, Mr. 357 Magnum.
But now we're seeing this in real time. You're watching the police being told to stand down by mayors in Democrat-controlled districts across America, and this is all intentional. This is all set up to harm you, to create the destructive, chaotic world that you see in video games and movies. That's what they want. That's what they aspire to. All the video games, all the movies, all the violence, all the derogatory stuff towards women. All of this stuff is a program to make you brainwashed and triggered whenever your society starts to dysfunction, as opposed to becoming more united and together and farming of good relationships. You become divided and weak and less together.
100%. And I think we need to move into these do you see what is happening post, Shady, because it kind of backs up what we're saying right here. Let's check this out. So this is Q post 4376. Do you see what is happening? Look at this, Shady.
Bitch, don't give no group of black men no prick that don't do nothing, all right? Push the fuck up. Go home. Why would you give that to them? They gonna get in trouble. You stupid. You a retarded bitch. All of y'all. Why the fuck would you give that to them? That shit is wild disrespectful. I don't give a fuck about your friends. I'm talking about this white bitch giving a group of black men a brick to throw. You know that shit can get them killed? You know that. Just having that shit can get them killed. Y'all find yourself sensational. Go in the fucking house while I kick everybody's ass. Go in the motherfucking house while I slap everybody's glasses off their face. Fuck y'all. That's some bullshit. What the fuck is that?
They just sitting there waiting to give somebody a brick.
A black man to walk by so you can hand them a brick. You know.
God bless her, Shady.
Wow.
Right. Let me go to the next one real quick, Shady. And I see that you just sent me something. Let me.
Yeah, this one right here shows the other bricks.
Yeah, and then well, let's do this one real quick too, and then I'll grab that one. Perfect. This is the other one here, Shady.
Now they circling. See then look. I want you to know this is not. Don't police people's way of
Let me tell you this.
themselves.
This is not a black woman who's putting Black Lives Matter. I just want you to know that when right, but y'all doing that for us and we ain't asked you to do that. Listen, don't spray stuff on here when they gonna blame black people for this.
Look
and
at
black
that.
people didn't do it.
There's some
Black person. But if we wanted you to do it, we would have asked. They not gonna show y'all faces when they see that on their building. They gonna blame that on us. Y'all are part of the problem. News come on, they gonna say we did that. We didn't do that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Stuff like this
Oh my
ain't
gosh,
right.
Shady.
Stuff
at this
like this
beautiful
ain't
person
right.
right
That's
here,
what the
Shady.
problem is. We out here standing together peacefully, protesting without any problems. You got people of all races spraying on buildings talking about Black Lives Matter. That ain't even us. You got police officers coming to a peaceful protest spraying gas on us. We ain't even did nothing. Don't let the media fool you. When they see the vandalism on these places, No, that it wasn't us. And when you see stuff like that, you're supposed to stand up and say something. Don't spray on these people's buildings. That's not our message. That's not helping nothing. And then putting it on us, and then want to argue with us and say somebody black asked you to spray. We don't need nobody to do nothing for us. That's why we out here doing it ourselves.
And Shady's, this was interesting too. This is the bricks, right? Let's check it out.
Yeah, there's a couple in this group.
Gotcha. Look at this, guys. Yo, we got bricks, Shady. Wow. And there's one in Dallas too.
Yeah, there's two right below that in that thread there.
Okay, gotcha. Let me back up.
Yeah, scroll down. There you go.
There you go. Here we go. More bricks, Shady. Here we go.
Bruh, you got them bricks, bruh. They are protesting. Shit crazy. Some random ass bricks, bruh. Ain't no construction. Ain't no construction, bruh. Just some random ass bricks sitting here.
Wow, Shady.
And then there's one more in Dallas.
See. 1 second. This one right here? No, wait. Here it is.
Right there. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, this is the one I saw, the original. Yep, this is the first one I saw.
Yeah, they put them there
This the setup.
They put them there on purpose,
Y'all know where
bro.
we at.
They gonna set them hoes right up on the route.
Y'all know what building this is
Come
right
on
here.
now.
I ain't even gonna say what name it is.
Hey, where do them bricks go to? Where do them
This
bricks
is
go
setup.
to? Where do them bricks
We gotta
go to?
do better.
Ain't no damn construction.
Gotta do better.
Ain't no damn construction around here.
I see.
Ain't no damn construction around here. You just gonna set a pallet of bricks right there. Oh, okay.
Listen, I did jury duty 3 months ago. Y'all don't keep no bricks right there. Do better.
Wow. And these amazing people calling it out, guys.
Yes, they are amazing people calling it out, and that's part of what our job is to take their raw information and bring it to the larger group of patriots and anons who can see for themselves what is going on.
That's right.
Because bricks don't just magically appear. They sure don't magically appear with yellow cones and markers that are DOT materials. Okay, so this stuff is being brought in by a state agency somewhere.
That's right.
And then they have the audacity to leave the orange cones around them.
I mean, Shady. Hi. Do it, Q. And, you know, I'm sorry for the somber mood a little bit today. You know, it's just been tough. It really has. I know we all can relate. But I do know that there's a lot of good people out there, and we're seeing that. Thank God. Okay, so Q is confirmed, fake image confirmed, helicopter rides create confirmed, visibility challenges, good catch, thank you, Anon's Q. So I did find out, Shady, I think I DM'd that to you as well, that somebody put that up as a joke, and it got queued. So here's the guy that actually did it first. In fact, this is a hat tip to the Q Army Plus server that found this. Bad Scooter said, they never aired this because I am the one that created this as a joke. And in hindsight, it was a really dumb effing one as well. I removed the video after all the BS conspiracy fake news claims suddenly went out of control like this posted above. So it's not real, guys. And Q did confirm just now that it's fake. And you know what? That's okay. Because, we find out that things are fake. It's the truth. The truth is the truth.
And we talk about it.
Yep.
We don't put it under the rug.
That's right. So thank you, Q, for, correcting yourself or correcting that, confirming that was a fake image, because I was like, uh-oh. So Q, you rock, my friend. Team. Amazing.
And we got someone saying that the cones are sold at Home Depot. I understand cones are sold at Home Depot, but...
Yeah, and bricks are delivered by big trucks with a frickin' crane on it. Like, come on.
Yeah. You got to set that stuff off
Oh,
there.
the bricks are this and that.
Guys, I mean, this is,
please.
you have to understand all of these including things like 9/11, the Murrah Federal Building. All of these events are inside jobs. They use the infrastructure that currently exists in our society. And they just like, I mean, if the mayor can tell the police to stand down and not arrest someone who's violently attacking someone or destroying property, then they sure as heck can send the other agencies around to do their bidding as well.
That's right. And George Soros is one of these people that says destroying America will be the culmination of my life's work. But you can buy cones at Home Depot, Shady. These aren't real people, guys. These aren't people that live in these neighborhoods doing this. You guys 5-5 that, right? 5-5 if you guys understand that there's a few bad apples called Antifa infiltrating beautiful people that want to mourn the loss of George Floyd, guys. You guys understand that.
And they want to know the truth. There's a lot of, I mean, I don't know how much we can even get into, but there's a lot of inconsistencies with that whole story.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we've got craziness going on. The guy that they arrested doesn't look like the guy. The other guy that was there looks like the dude from the Taxi Cab show. I mean, the dude that the George Floyd guy looks like he was friends with him for like 15 or 20 years. This is just insanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're trying to work, we're trying to navigate together.
Yeah. And so what I want you guys to understand is, you know, however that incident happened in a Democrat controlled state, in a Democrat controlled city, every single city that is on fire right now is Democrat controlled, period.
Yep.
I sounded like Beetlejuice, didn't I?
No,
we will hunt you down. We will shoot you.
Oh yeah,
we will arrest you. Period. Okay, so how?
Gotta do more nasally.
Yeah, yeah. New Q at 132. Wow, didn't we just go over that one, my friend? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, and I just want to make sure we're keeping up with you guys. So we got. This was JFK's birthday. I kind of want to play this, Shady. Let's play this. This is Q Time. If you're not following AQ Time, get over there. Check it out.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
Of course, buffering. Yep. Guys, I'm sorry about that. Here we go.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment.
We have an army of digital soldiers because the journalists that we have in our media did a disservice. And so the American people decided to take over the idea of information. They took over the idea of information, and they did it through social media.
This is not simply another four-year election. This is a crossroads in the history of our civilization that will determine whether or not we, the people, reclaim control over our government.
Beautiful, beautiful video. Love it. So we missed JFK's birthday, 5/29, I believe that was correct. Let me just go. Yeah. And if you're not following AQ Time, get over there and follow him. Some really good videos he's making over there, Shady.
Excellent work.
Yeah. So let's just get into the next one. This is from the Office of the DNI. As we roll up the Q map, this is Dan Ratcliffe issues a statement. Shady, would you mind?
Sure. Let's see what Mr. Ratcliffe has to say. As I stated throughout the confirmation process, transparency is vital to allowing the American people to have confidence in the intelligence community. As the Director of National Intelligence, it is my obligation to review declassification requests with the overarching priority of protecting sources and methods while also providing transparency whenever possible. Accordingly, today the Office of the DNI declassified transcripts concerning Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. John Ratcliffe, new DNI Director.
Boom, shakalaka, guys.
And this news was breaking right before all of the riots started, and big whitewash of all of this information that came out about General Flynn in these transcripts. Just a couple of highlights. The Kislyak meeting that he had, they released the transcripts, and within those transcripts, what they told General Flynn was that the current administration were using the same tactics against the incoming administration as they were against the Russian government.
Absolutely.
But no one in the news talked about any of that all weekend because all we had to talk about was this stuff.
Look, I mean, Shady, 100% nailed it. Mueller investigation. What happened after that? We had shootings, right? Impeachment, COVID, this. So they are scared out of their wits, Shady, because they are trying to hide the declassed Schiff documents that show that everybody under oath said that there was no Russia collusion, folks. Under oath.
100% of them.
100%.
Like, when do you ever get 100% of anything?
Never.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
And yeah, so Hillary is supposed to be in court tomorrow. Just so you know, I tweeted that out today earlier. I'm pissed at Hannity because he said absolutely nothing. Well, you got to remember, guys, the mainstream news has producers, directors, all of that stuff, folks.
Handlers.
Remember, make sure to follow CBS Heritage right here. She's worth following because of D-class designation. She's doing a great job, Shady.
Yeah, Catherine is doing an amazing job.
Oh, my browser is no longer supported, so we got to use this crappy Twitter-looking thing.
Oh, no.
But there is so much that she tweeted out as Q tweeted this. You know what? Let's just do this, too, because this is amazing. Let's play this, Shady. We have to.
Continues to move. Already, initial charges have been filed by the state. That process continues to move forward, and justice will be served. Unfortunately, with the rioting that is occurring in many of our cities around the country, the voices of peaceful protest are being hijacked by violent radical elements. Groups of outside radicals and agitators are exploiting the situation to pursue their own separate and violent agenda. In many places, it appears the violence is planned, organized, and driven by anarchic and left extremist groups, far left extremist groups, using Antifa-like tactics, many of whom travel from outside the state to promote the violence. We must have law and order on our streets and in our communities, and it is the responsibility of the local and state leadership in the first instance to halt this violence. The Department of Justice, including the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, the ATF, the DEA, and our 93 United States U.S. Attorney's offices around the country, are supporting these local efforts, will continue to support them, and take all action necessary to enforce federal law. In that regard, it is a federal crime to cross state lines or to use interstate facilities to incite or participate in violent rioting, and we will enforce those laws. Thank you.
There you go. Right from the AG Barr's mouth, guys. See, that makes me happier. When our administration that we are supporting, that you voted for, is actually on top of it, guys. They know what's up.
And let me also add to that not not only do they know what's up, but they've been knowing what's up for quite a while now. There was another Twitter account out there last night that was that actually was taken down within probably an hour of tweeting this, but basically tweeted that we have infiltrated Antifa for 3 years.
Yes.
We know who they are. We know who their handlers are. We know the whole inner network of it. But until they start to act out in violence, there's nothing that we can do. And that is part of Matrix. That's part of what I have to say, that's part of what's beautiful about our society, is that until a crime is committed, then you cannot be charged. Okay.
That's right.
And you can't, if people are gathering and planning things and stuff like that, then you're pretty much, you have a right to do that. Whenever you carry things out and act violently or injure or destroy property or people, then that's a different story. And I think that what has happened this weekend will be, a day or two, maybe longer, but there's going to be a peak right here of this. And then all of these generals in the Antifa army will be removed. And once those generals are removed, then the structure will collapse.
Yeah. And I want to bring this to a high note right now, Shady, because this right here that I'm going to play for you is America. This is who we are on the streets of America. You and me. If you fall down, I'm going to help you up. And I don't care what color, religion, color shirt you're wearing. I don't care if you're wearing shoes that are black, red, green, or orange. I'm going to help you up because that's who we are. This is America. This is who we are. We care for one another. We the people must unite for God and country. Let's check this out, Shady. This is amazing.
I feel your pain, okay? I feel your pain. We're here with y'all. We're here to help you, okay? All right? Okay? Okay?
This is who we are, Shady, right here.
Look at me.
Right there.
We're all here together, okay? All right? Come on.
Right there, Shady.
America.
And Shady, this is the Poussant. Thank you for grabbing this. This is the attention Antifa comrades. This is the tweet that Shady was talking about, correct? You want to take them through it?
That's it. I'll read it.
Yep.
It was OC Antifa, and it said, "Attention Antifa comrades. Today marks the end of an almost 3-year operation. Our infiltration of your movement was a success, and the faces and identities of everyone who has attended or financially supported Marxist and seditious activity has been recorded. The countless patriots whose lives you have ruined and families you have terrorized will finally be avenged. No longer will the American people tolerate your red terror and subversion of everything we hold dear. We have identified dozens of militants and sympathizers in local politics, academia, including professors at University of California, Irvine, and local DSA officials. The reckoning is here, and you are all going to feel the wrath of a nation who has finally had enough of your games. Enjoy prison."
Boom. Boom.
So that's what we've been working on.
Yeah.
3 years counts back to early 2017 when the president had just taken office. No, Q started in late 2017, and the pointing out of Antifa and civil unrest were in the first 25 or 30 Q posts a few different times, and I think that those we're pointing to right now.
I want you to see this one too. This one is awesome. Here we go.
Just to protect the cops, but it was just to protect the people. And what I can't understand is that this is Cincinnati police. This is not Minneapolis police. And what they're doing is just
This is a hero right here, folks.
As a member of city council, this is my first time ever seeing something like this. When this first happened in 2001, I was only 17 years old, right? I can't understand for the life of me what is going on right now in the city of Cincinnati. And I'm going to be here until these folks and the other folks are protected. Let me tell you something. There are people down here who are encouraging 14-year-old kids. These babies are 14 years old, man. and they're encouraging them to throw bottles at these cops. And these grown people are encouraging our babies to fight. This is not their fight. And I will give a how mad or angry you are with what is happening with the police. But these 15-year-old kids have nothing to do with this, man. And these cops, black cops, white cops, or whatever like that, they did not do anything. And I'm not here to take one side or the other, but what I'm suggesting to the people of Cincinnati is that what type of success are you going to have with attacking these people that have nothing to do with this? And what I'm saying is that you got people down here who are literally encouraging kids to attack cops. You're encouraging the kids to attack cops, and they're using Emmett Till. They're using Martin Luther King to justify why these 14 and 15-year-old kids should be out here. These are former students of mine. You see what I'm saying? I am imploring that before this pops and this gets bad, they're throwing bricks. They just threw a brick at the cops. It's wrong. I'm telling you, it's wrong. And I'm so nervous and I'm so scared for these kids. These are kids. There are kids around. There are kids across the street who live downtown in City West, and these people are out here encouraging them. And as an elder in the African American community, if any African American is encouraging these 14 and 15-year-old kids to be out here, they're wrong. That's wrong. These cops didn't do anything to George Floyd. This is wrong. I don't get how you see it. It's wrong.
Thank you.
And sorry for cussing.
That's our America. That is our America, folks. We care. Nobody wants to hurt anybody.
And it's interesting too, because think about that we care, and because we do, we're taken advantage of.
That's right.
You know, that is so true on so many different levels. They weaponize the idea that you care.
That's right.
Against you and against us and against America. So, you know, they're all, everything is a concern. They're concerning this facade care that you see in your news all the time. It's facade. It's bogus. It doesn't have any meaning behind it. But we, the people, we care. We have meaning behind our thoughts, loved ones, and feelings. We know what they mean, and we assume that others who suggest these things have the same interest at heart. And it's just not true. They're pretending, and they're putting on a show and acting like, of all things, that this is coming out of the African American community. It's not where it's coming from. This is coming from deep state globalists.
Yes, and possibly foreign. And I've got some information.
Definitely foreign.
Yeah, I've got some information on that too. Let me go to that video really quick. Let me just make sure I have it here. Hang on one second.
I do understand how upset everybody is out there, but
Yeah.
I would also like to take a minute to explain to you what to do with that emotion. You experience the emotion. You experience the feeling of frustration and anger and irritation. But whenever that happens, pull back, make it empowering. Don't leave it out in front of you. Retrieve it. Stand in your power. Stand in your resolve. Stand in your ability to reconcile in your own heart, so that we don't project the wrong thing onto others, guys, because this is the game. What they're trying to get you to do is project the problems onto others. Go boogeyman. Oh, the boogeyman. This person did it. Oh, big corporations, boogeyman. All these boogeymen inside.
Yes. Yeah.
Inside is where it gets straightened out. And the more of us that do that, the more of us that are a clear channel, a clear presentation, or a clear messenger. Okay, we can't bring over emotion to our conversations. We have to bring peace, and we have to bring thoughtful commentary.
That's right. And remember, Q did say that it is the radical left, right? The D's, the radical lefties, left D's, Democrats, and F in Killbox, foreign. So what do we have here, Shady? Rioters outside the White House. Man says in Mandarin Chinese, "Go, go, hurry up, leave quickly." You need to investigate what kind of role CCP is playing in our country, guys. Let's check it out. See that?
Yep.
Very interesting. And you know that they want to keep Biden in the basement. They don't want to have Trump rallies. They want Biden to win. They want...
Why does he need to come out of the basement? He's ahead 10 points.
Oh, geez, Shady. You know,
yeah.
All I saw, there was voters for Biden out there last night again, or yesterday again, all weekend.
You don't believe the polls?
I don't believe the polls. I don't believe anything the mainstream news says anymore, man.
Matrix?
All right, so here we go. This is Q Post 4352. Voters for Biden. This cracks me up. Bikers for Biden. No, I don't see any of that stuff, guys. This is a Trump tweet from 3:55 July 27, 2019. Consideration is being given to declaring Antifa the gutless radical left whack jobs who go around hitting only non-fighter people over the heads with baseball bats. A major organization of terror, along with MS-13 and others, would make it easier for police to do their job.
Well,
right?
Guess what the radical left was saying yesterday on the news?
That it's us?
Well, yeah, they're saying that, but they're also saying that the president doesn't have any jurisdiction to deem a domestic organization as a terrorist organization. This was coming out of both sides. This was coming out of Fox, and this was coming out of the mainstream MSDNC.
Mm-hmm.
That they were projecting that the president cannot do anything about, like almost like they were saying we have protection,
right?
Because he can't do anything about our domestic terrorist group over here. He can only do something about the foreign terrorist group. Let me tell you something. Let's go back for a little bit. We're going to talk about the act of, I think it was 1807 here, and insurrection in a few minutes, and insurgency. I think we're almost to that now. But that is exactly what we are going to do. That is exactly what your National Guard can do. That's exactly what the Marines can do. Anyone who is committing violence, if you're walking down the street and protesting and carrying a sign, you're not going to be messed with. Nobody's going to mess with you, and the National Guard aren't going to mess with you. I promise you. But if you're out there and dressed in black and throwing bricks through windows and stealing stuff out of stores, listen, I don't care if you didn't break the window. If you went into the store and took stuff, that's stealing, that's looting, that is a crime. That is violence against an organization. I don't care how bad you hate Target or Walmart. That is a crime, and you're more than likely on camera. You're more than likely been filmed. I mean, they were driving up to the mall in cars last night, or Home Depot,